Hello everyone, welcome to Panda Plays. Today we'll be looking at the new game released by Ubisoft recently on 21st November, Assassin's Creed Rebellion. Without further ado, let's go! Okay, first of all we'll start with a quick orientation of our base, on the game's terms, our headquarters. So as you can see, this is my fortress. On the top level, we have our 3 rooms, our weaponsmith, armorsmith, and workshop. So these 3 rooms are used to help craft weapons, armors, and accessories respectively. On the second level, we have our library, which is used to help generate codexes for training of assassins. Our treasury, which is used to help generate coins used as the main currency for crafting and leveling of characters, as well as the intel room. So what the intel room does is it generates intel for you over time. Because the game does not generate intel or regenerate energy by itself, so you have to check your intel room to make sure that it isn't capped out and click on it to claim whatever intel it has generated over time. So as you can see in the bottom right corner, it will cap out in another 7 hours and 26 minutes. So on the right of the intel room, we have our training room. Bottom, another training room as well. Oh, okay, someone leveled up. And lastly, on the bottom right corner, we have the supply room. So the supply room is a room that I recently got upon reaching level 12. It helps to let assassins go on like expeditions to collect crafting materials for rooms or for your building actually. So it is used to collect logs and stones. So moving on to our first wing. Okay, we have some other rooms. I have not completely filled up this wing yet because I have not unlocked enough rooms to do so. So as you can see, we have living quarters and its extension, and on the bottom here we have the ceremony room. So what the ceremony room does is that it lets you promote your assassins from 1 star to 2 star. So we'll go into that in further detail later on. And lastly, our storage room, which is basically your inventory. Alright, now that we have gone through the quick orientation of our headquarters, we'll go into the mission map. Okay, what you can see here on the mission map is actually 4 kinds of different icons. You have our main storyline, or the story missions, our legacy missions, our standard missions, as well as our loot missions. Okay, so what these 4 missions do, let's take a look at them one by one. Okay, so for the story missions, it is basically the main storyline of this game. So you want to push through the story mission as fast as you can because they give a lot of good rewards, as well as the first completion of each story mission would net you much more XP than normally you would have for any other missions. So as you can see on the guaranteed rewards, we get 650 XP for the cost of 5 intel on completion. Typically on any other missions, the rate of how you get your XP will be 20:1 intel. So yeah, if you want to level up quickly, this is the way to go. Next, we have our legacy missions. Okay, so what you can see on the legacy mission is that there's a drop chance on the bottom of each mission, and as you can see, I've clicked on one of them and it gives us a chance to obtain Luis Chico's DNA fragments. So for DNA fragments, remember just now while we were talking about the ceremony room of upgrading your assassins from 1 star to 2 star. So you have to collect DNA fragments either via summons or through farming the DNA fragments via the legacy missions. So each legacy mission actually gives you a chance to obtain the DNA fragment of one assassin at a higher rate, or maybe a rarer one at a lower chance. Okay, next we have our standard missions. So for standard missions, despite the name, they are mainly used to let you collect codexes, as not everyone will be able to get access to the library at the lower levels. This is your main source of farming quick codexes. So yeah, basically this is all about standard missions. You want to do, the higher the level, the better the rate of XP to intel that you can get. So you want to farm the higher levels much more than the lower ones, because yeah, the lower ones might cost lesser intel, but they will also give you lesser XP via the rewards as well. And lastly, we have our loot missions. Okay, so for loot missions, these are missions that let you farm for crafting materials for the weaponsmith, armorsmith, and the workshop. These materials that you can gain through the loot missions are only for your weapons, armors, and accessories. Alright, so that's all your standard missions, and we also have different regions as well. Now I'm on the region 2 and only completed region 1. So as of now, there are a total of 5 regions. Yeah. Now that we have finished off with our missions, let's take a look at the events. So events are more towards time limited. Most of the they are time limited, and as you can see here, first of all is the Animals Boost calendar. Okay, these are like fixed time of days that you can get specific bonuses. So as you can see, from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we have respectively, for Monday we'll get codex rewards from standard missions. So when you do standard missions, you get 25% more of the codex rewards at the timing between 10 AM to 11 AM, as well as 4 PM to 5 PM. So the timing for all 4 days are actually the same two ranges of time, and yeah, those are the golden hours. Next up, for Tuesday, you can get more crafting materials. Wednesday, you get more XP from codex while training your assassins in the training room. And lastly, Thursday is a reduction of the crafting coin cost in your weaponsmith, armorsmith, and workshop. So to min-max your progression, I think it's essential to fully maximize the rewards you can get via these golden periods of time. Okay, next off we have our Animals Challenge. So this Animals Challenge, from what I've observed since I played for the last 6 days, is that you change every 4 days. And currently, the Animals Challenge that we have gotten is to use assassination skills in our missions. So I think it is very good that they give an extra like challenge for players to go and complete, because at the end of the day, if you manage to complete the highest level of the challenge, you'll get these Helix credits. Helix credits are basically like gems that you find in other games, and you can basically buy everything with them, but they are quite scarce. So it's essential if you are free to play to always complete your Animals Challenge to get maximum amount of these credits. And next off, we have our Helix Rift event, and for I think the past 9 days or so, we have our Spears for Hire. This is set in the Greece in 400-ish BC. So it follows the story of Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Okay, now since that we are in here, you can see that there are multiple missions and chapters with regards to the story that's available in Assassin's Creed Rebellion. And okay, we'll just pop straight into one of them, and to also let you have a feel of the gameplay. Alright, inside Athens, let's go. Okay, so let me just select my team. So as you can see, during the character selection screen, you can see that there's a line of characters near the top of the screen where they show 100%, 75%, and 50% respectively. So these are the bonus characters for the event, and if you bring these characters to embark on the journey with you, at the end of the completion you'll be granted bonus event currency based on the total bonuses you have with your team comp. So now let's just adjust the team comp before we go on this mission. I try to go on the event missions with as many bonus units as I can, so that I get the maximum rewards I could while completing them. Alright, I think this should be alright now. Okay, let's go. Okay, so as you can see, Assassin's Creed Rebellion is actually a side-scroller strategy game, similar to the XCOM genre, just that this is a side-scroller. Alright, so for this map, as you can see, let me zoom it out. It's kind of a linear map in a single direction towards the right. So there are around 5 blocks that we have to go through. Okay, so as you can see from the rooms, right, this is our starting room. Our adjacent room and the one next to it are kind of like lighted up, so it's revealed that what's the contents inside the room, and this helps for you to develop strategy on how you are going to beat the room most effectively or efficiently. And then, as you can see, the rest of the rooms are actually blocked out. So as you advance through the rooms, these other rooms would slowly be revealed to you as well, so you can plan your next stage and go for the long haul. Okay, so first of all, we'll try to tackle this room. Okay, so look at the top of my screen, you can see that our 3 characters for my team comp yacht is actually highlighted. So this is currently the selected assassin that we will be bringing to the room, and you can switch them by just clicking on their nameplates. And as you can see now, Bartolome's nameplate is white color while the rest are darkened. And we have our Maximo as well. So while clicking on these different nameplates of your assassins, you can see that there are abilities that you can use in the rooms. And the game will also tell you the chances of how well your hero will fare against the challenges ahead. So yeah, I think Maximo has the best chance on beating the first room, so let's go with him. So the unique thing about Maximo is that he has the ability to both assassinate or sneak past enemies. So as you can see here, we have actually a few icons that pop up. The first icon that pops up over our the first enemy's head is 38% chance of direct assassination. So direct assassination is just sneaking right to the back of the enemy who has the back facing you, and then directly assassinating them on the spot. While the other assassination icon that we can see near the pillar is at 52%. So this is more like shadow assassination, where you hide behind a pillar and then lure your target enemy, or not say target enemy, but lure the enemy closest to you over, and then assassinate them, ambush them from your hiding spot. And the icon below the shadow assassination icon, it's the sneak past icon. So this is basically hiding behind, luring them over, and then after that sneak past unnoticed towards the other side. So looking at the chances, I think we will just be sneaking past our first enemy. Okay, in the case where if that actually fails, and the mob will be alerted, and the next target who is relatively near will be alerted as well, and will be sandwiched between them. So always be really careful and think through on how you would be handling the different scenarios as well. Always be prepared for the worst case scenario. So for the next target is, okay, we have the maximum chance of assassinating here at 95%. And 95% is the maximum chance of regular assassinations. But I believe at the higher tier assassins of legendary rarity, I think they can reach 100% with specific skills, but those will have lesser charges. So now let's just go for the 95% assassination. Easy. Okay, for the next one, it's a single target right facing us. Okay, and we also take this chance to look at the next two rooms. Looks like going on the bottom should be the easier path. Right, since we are not going to be able to use any stealth or assassination here, we'll just go for our bruiser classes. Let's go for Yacht first. Okay, Shield Wall is a self buff. Okay, you can hold on to your skills to actually see a description of it, and it will tell you what it actually do. So as you can see here, defense is increased by 110% and 16% health if you saw over 16 ticks. So ticks are like turns or actions that you take. So every action is one tick. So both you and your opponents will have your own ticks, and yeah, you'll be able to understand it a bit more as we continue. Okay, we'll open up with Deep Cut, which is a bleed, because the other skill is actually the defense reduction. Yacht has a relatively slow attack speed, so as you can see here, our enemy is actually taking multiple hits at us. Right, so he actually gone through many ticks while we have only gone through our first tick, which is what we spent on the bleed. And yeah, you can also check your buff duration. So as you can see here, it's still 13 ticks remaining based on the actions that we have taken thus far. Now we will do with our Sunder Armor or Armor Reduction skill. Nice, he bleed out to death. Okay, next room. Can we use Maximo here? 5. Alright, let's use him, because the next room I don't think we'll be able to utilize him much. Alright, Maximo, you're up. Okay, this is Maximo's personal buff, attack and lethality. So lethality is actually used to increase your rate of assassination. So now I'll be using it so that you can see what's the difference. Alright. Previously it was 85% for the shadow assassination. Now we're up to 95%. So let's do it. Easy. Okay, for the next one, you assassinate again with a max chance of 95%. Alright, Maximo, you're the man. Okay, for the next room, I'm thinking of just going straight towards the right with Yacht again. Since he still has his buff running with 9 ticks remaining. Open up with Bleed. So as you can see, each tick that the enemy is doing, he's actually bleeding out by himself without me having to attack him. So that's why I always open with Bleed first, because the damage over time will be consumed as he attacks me, because George has a very slow attack speed. Next, Thunder Armor again. And normal attack. Easy. Okay, so what you can see here, this is a chest, and the icon above the chest is actually brute force breaking the chest open, and the chance is pretty low. So in this game, there's actually an ability called lockpicking, and that will actually help you to gain full, I would say the maximum amount of rewards you can obtain by brute force breaking the chest open. You'll be only able to obtain partial rewards if you manage to open it up like this. Okay, failed. Expected, but it's alright. Okay, let's move on. Does Josh still has his buff running? Oh wait, sorry, I clicked on the information button on the nameplate. Okay, Shield Wall still has 3 ticks. I think that will be enough just to take the next mob out. So let's continue with Yacht. I've heard many reviews of Yacht being quite useless, but I think that as he's a tank, he's not supposed to attack really fast, and it would be best to actually maximize his damage by opening up with a bleed, and then after that reducing armor with armor shredding skill, because I've noticed that after this, the bleed damage, after the armor shredding, the bleed damage actually increases. So yeah, you'll be able to do more damage over time like this. And hopefully we can finish him off. Yep, did it. Okay, this is quite a sneaky one, but for Maximo it's good because I can see a very high percentage chance of success going through. But the problem now is that we are only left with one charge of assassination, as you can see on the bottom of the screen. One charge of assassination and 4 charge of stealthing. So both chance to assassinate is 95% from the shadows and 81% for the first one to stealth pass, sneak pass. Right. So I would assassinate the first one to be safe and then try to sneak past the second one. Alright, good job. Sneaking past. Easy. And we are at our last block already and we have just 2 more mobs to contend with. Okay, Maximo will have a tough time here, but he might be able to sneak past the first mob. So let's just go with it. Alright, please don't fail, Maximo. Nice. And now it's the last room and our mission objective. So I think for this is... okay, we have no more assassination, so we just have to go direct face-to-face combat with Bartholomew. Let's go. Okay, so this is his big damage skill, so let's just open up with it. Nice, surprise attack. And this is an instant skill as shown by the lightning symbol in the bottom corner of the icon. And these skills do not take out any tick while using them, so weaving them in between your other skills that has recharge, or I would say cooldown times, does not really help to cooldown faster. So now we'll weave this in and then go with normal attacks because this increases our crit chance. Oh, nice. And we are done. Completion. Nice, one-shotted this. Alright, so that's like the basic gameplay, and hope you guys enjoyed the little commentaries I actually gave while we are going through the map. I will go more in depth on mechanics in the videos to come, but I think that is a very good introduction for what we have for today. Okay, and the last thing I want to show you before we end off our video is the daily objectives. As you can see, Intel generation is pretty slow, and so you always want to do your daily objectives because they actually give a very huge chunk of XP upon completion of each of them. So do them diligently and you'll find yourself leveling up pretty quickly. And so this is the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoy it, and please look forward to our next video. Good luck, have fun, and see you till next time.